Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Road to Trim series. We're just finishing off the Black Knight's requirement right now. If we look at trim comp for White Knight Rises, we need to pick up 1,300 total kills of White Knight. I did about 800 of these for Invention to unlock part of the White Knight shop, which is what one of the rewards you get is every rank you get up you unlock more of the shop on invention release in order to get like cheaper components. But I never finished off the final 500 for this requirement, and it's just a very quick thing we can knock out during the intro. We look like I'm just gonna that was 884, and that's since we've been talking. I'm just gonna reload that. We're already at 9:15, so this is gonna take like maybe 5 more minutes. But what are we gonna do today? So we are gonna focus on the time lock requirements today. I need to start these as early as possible because time lock things suck. So the big one is the Demeric statue in your player-owned house. You need to complete it 32 times, and there's a maximum of 1 time per week. So yeah, that's 32 weeks, and there's nothing I can do to make it faster. So we're gonna go through all the methods for all of the various rocks and how I think it's best to get them and how I'm going to get them the rest of the way. And that was incredibly quick. I was here for 1.5 doses, so 9 minutes. And I got 500 kills, so the full 1,300 would take about 25 minutes if you were starting from 0. You want to make sure you use the range cannon, just because otherwise the range isn't wide enough, but this cannon has the best range. Hey, just some more AFK trim complex. We got the reinforced dino pelt, which is the 1 in 1,000 from these black warlocks. I figure it would take about 2 hours, but if we look at our hunter XP gain, we gained 300k total XP. And how much do we gain from each catch? Well, this is awkward. Can't seem to catch it. 500 and 1,300 experience. So we caught about 600 on our way to finishing this off, which is really nice because it's always nice to go under drop rate for something. Now we just need to build the Hunter Lodge here, but we need to get up to 120,000 wood. So I'm going to take all my peeps, and I put all 60 of the workers onto wood. So we're getting 3,600 per hour, and we need to get about 37,000. So about 10 hours from now, we'll be able to get the reinforced dragon pelt. And to mess with my friends, we've been doing Solak every day. So what I'm going to do is when we go to do Solak, I'm going to come here after one of the kills before looting to get the broadcast, and it'll be good fun. It's time to start what will probably be the longest trim requirement that we do in this entire journey, and that's Stone's Throw Away, where we need to complete a replica Demeric statue in our player-owned house. Every time you complete this statue, you get 1 replica piece, and I believe there are 30 in total you need to get. So that's 30 times of doing this. But you can't do this statue over and over again. You can only do it once a week, and it rolls over every week, so it's a little bit annoying that way. Past me did complete the statue, but never added all the rocks to it, because I was way too lazy, and same with the golden statue, where I just need to get the 2 summoning rocks added. So each one of these skills, you need to go do that skill. Whenever you gain XP, you have a chance to get the golden rock. So we're going to work through and do one of these each week. And whenever I feel like it, I will do the golden rocks. The golden rocks aren't as big a deal because you can just do the statue over and over and over again, and there's no 1 week cooldown there. So I'm less worried about being time locked here, and I can just grind it out one day. We can add to the statue here. It repopulates. Gain a little bit of XP every time you add, but now we've completed this statue. Get a nice little cutscene here, as is our first time, and it's going to shatter every single time I build it. The first time you do it, you get the statue length, and then every time you'll get a replica statue piece. But now if we look, we can go gain all the strange rocks again and be ready to add it in the future. Okay, so it looks like I already have 3 replica statue pieces from talking to Marius, so let's go build this plinth in the house. Ignore the extremely bright light that is my house floor. I use that for thumbnails, but we will build the statue plinth here. Go ahead, put that here, and now we can, 0 pieces added, we can add some of these pieces. Yeah. So we've added 2 pieces, so there are 28 more to go. For the golden rocks, the statue is at Prif, and there's the statue of Rinahan. So we can add that there. And again, it's going to do the same glowy destroy. Okay, so this one seems to do it automatically when you make it. So I've had 2 pieces added and I've completed my second statue. So only 30 to go here. Now for the actual skills, I'm going to do my best to like combo some things together. Like for example, we're going to start at agility. And the way you get rocks is based on the XP drop. It doesn't matter exactly what the XP drop is, just that you get one. So stuff like the manual auto cycles are perfect for agility. But unfortunately, I've already used all 800k. So we're going to work on getting the agile top and legs. So we need to do 250 perfect laps of the Advanced Gnome Stronghold Agility course. And I'm not going to do all 250 gnome laps right now. I'm just going to do laps as I need to get the rocks. One thing worth mentioning is that the skill cape actually improves your chances of getting rocks by wearing it. Didn't take too long, about 10 laps in, and it was added to our bag, and we just need to pick up the second one. Rock number 2, let's move on to the next skill, construction. For construction, we're going to be making flat packs on the portable workbench. And we don't necessarily care about our XP. We want something that takes the least amount of planks. So I'm going to look to see if there's anything that takes 1 plank. And I don't think there actually is anything. The closest is 2. So I can just go construct and make 28. And I have 2 minutes of AFK. Ooh, that took quite a while. But we got the second strange rock. And we can now hop off this world and get away from this lag. We used up a total of about 800 protein planks, 810 to be specific. So, yeah, looks like we're going to run out very soon. So next up are the cooking rocks, and I think I'll be able to buy about 1,000 golden dragon fruit here for a little over GE. It's going to slowly buy here, but while we wait for this offer to fill, we are going to go ahead and get the crafting rocks by going to fill. So luckily I made the Artificer's measure, which has a lot of buff, specifically for harps. While training at Harmonium Harps, the Clan Ithel Blessing is always active. And as always, make sure you have the skill cape on. It really improves your chances. So I'm going to go ahead and have the crafting cape on. Not too bad, like 10 or so minutes. We picked up 200-ish harmonic dust. But we can move on to the next one. We still haven't bought enough of the fruit thingy, so we're going to go to farming. And farming is pretty simple. Because we don't care about XP, we can just do whatever gives us the best XP in terms of XP drops. And we get an XP drop every time we muck manure. Literally clicked the fishing spot, went to AFK and logged out, and I got both strange rocks. On to fletching we go. For convenience, we're just going to make magic shield bow use. I have like 250k magic. And I think if we look at that, that's worth 423. And this is worth 413. So I'm making like a tiny amount of GP, like completely minuscule. And a couple hundred later, it's done. Rocks aren't hard, it's just annoying going from skill to skill. As I don't want to mess up the grimy herbs in my loot tab, Renars are a good one because none of the bosses I do anymore actually drop them. So I can go ahead and just clean herbs, and we should get it pretty quickly because you do 1 herb a tick. Then I can make a little bit of GP while going for the rocks. 500 or 600 herbs later, we have all 4 rocks. What is up next? Hunter, that is another AFK one. For Hunter, we're back at the Black Warlock location. And for mining, we're just going to be sitting at the Saren Stones. 13 corrupted ore later, we're done with mining. So our golden dragon fruit bought, so I'm going to circle back and do cooking now. For cooking, we're going to be crushing this primal fruit. I believe we can actually get rocks from it, and it makes a little bit of money. These are worth 440 each, and we get 8 of them for each one, and these are worth like 300 each. So it's like a couple hundred GP profit for each one I crush, so... Cooking's done. Now, time to go to rune crafting. This is going to be kind of stupid, but we're just going to go to Runespan. 5 minutes later at rune crafting, we are done, and the next one is smithing. And for smithing, we're actually going to work on another trim requirement while we get these rocks. If we look, we need to do work on your artisan 2. It requires ceremonial swordsmith 1, 3, 4, 5, and the ceremonial swords order. So we basically need to buy every single item from this shop, and We don't have all of them done yet, so as we gain respect, we will purchase things here. Now, how we gain respect is every 10,000 base experience we gain, we will gain 1% respect. So every 1 million base experience is equal to 100% respect. And looking at, we need like 4 or 500%, I think is about what we need. But we're going to start off by just making Elder Rune Blade Bodies. Start with the base and slowly build our way up to +5, and then we'll sell the +5 when we get to that point. And we have equipped on the Orthan Furnace Core, which is a skilling offhand from Orthan. Superheat form takes no prayer points, so when we are on low heat, it acts as medium. When we're on medium, it acts as high. So we don't need to heat it till we're much lower. Past that, we have these Power Bursts of Master Stroke, which has really increased the progress you get. And look at that, we already have a golden rock. So hopefully by the time we get through all 32 weeks, we will have all the respect we need. And that was a lot quicker than I expected. I didn't even get through a single item here. Yeah. Looks like we're probably going to come to the Artisan Workshop after we have all of the 30 rocks done. Because I don't really care about the XP we gain, I'm not going to bother going to a Brazier World, and I can just go ahead and fire make here with our augmented tinderbox on. The rapid perk is quite nice for this because it speeds up how quickly we burn logs, which is the most important part about collecting rocks rather than what logs or what XP we're getting. Boom, 2 fire making rocks. We just need to get thieving and woodcutting, and they're both pretty easy. This one took 2 clans. I went to Traherne, went to Heffen, and we got both our strange rocks. And for what will be probably a massive throwback, we are going to chop ivy. This is probably our best bet in terms of AFK-ness. I could probably chop down oak trees, which would be way more common, but then I'd have to like quick drop by like right click, left clicking, like right here-ish. I'd go right click, left click, and that's annoying. And that is 1 completed statue collection bag. Let's teleport to Varrock. Now, I believe I won't actually be able to add it to the statue yet, as it needs to have the full week cooldown. So we are able to add some rocks, but I think the ones that I didn't add before, we won't be able to add. Okay. So it won't actually explode, so I can't add the final piece until the week is up. On our journey to completing our strange rocks, we did pick up some golden rocks, 4, 6, 8, 9. So hopefully over the course of the next couple strange rocks, we'll get the agility ones. We'll get the other farming one, we'll pick up the woodcutting ones, and the mining ones. And once that happens, we'll go ahead and get the exclusive ones like magic, summoning, prayer, ranged, melee, dungeoneering, divination, etc. And with this last penguin, we have fully upgraded the penguin spy device, which is a base comp rec. And the only base comp rec we need is Music Maestro. And the one track we need is Breed the Brood, which you get from doing the monthly D&D. And there's the completion escape. We got the Music Maestro. I don't necessarily care about this D&D, but we have our completion escape back, which is very nice to have for now. Unfortunately, my trolling didn't work too well. They weren't really paying attention, so I got the base camp broadcast, and there was no reaction, and they're just like, why the hell did you do that? But hey, it's a trim requirement done. So one requirement I thought I had done, but I guess I hadn't done, was fully unlock all the Eagle transport routes. I did the other 4 back a long time ago. I think I had gone for trim like for 1 day before giving up. Like back in 2015, and did most of this, but I didn't go for the Felled Up Hills one. So we need to wait an hour for this vine to grow, and then we'll be able to enter this cave and take the eagle and unlock this route. Took a while, but here's our first ancient page. I think we need to get 26 of these. When these first came out, you could get duplicates, so that is kind of unfortunate, but they did change it. So we have 26 pages to get. I'm just going to slowly go through here. It's listed as an uncommon drop. So I imagine this will take a couple hours to get through here. You can also get notes from rummaging these skeletons. Sometimes you get bones. Sometimes it turns into an enemy. Sometimes you get the mangled bones. So just whenever there is a skeleton pile on the ground, I try to click on it. I will say I do hate the coloring of the salvage. It looks like a page every time. And for a lot of these trim rect items, what they do is they set the beam at 50,001. So you can go ahead and do that, and then every time you get a page, it's going to beam. Much nicer than having to right-click every single file. I got a message that it's worth going to check the Vine, and I got the fully unlock all Eagle transport routes. So yeah, that trim rec is done. I've been here for probably half an hour so far. I think I had like 37 minutes on my Ripper Demon when I got here. So 35 minutes, and we have 9 pages. So looks like another hour and a half or so of here. But yeah, Barbarian Scavenger is done. We have found all 26 Barbarian notes. I want to say that this took... I had 30 minutes on the first Ripper and then about 50 minutes on this one. So 80 minutes. From what I've been asking with my friends is actually pretty good. So we got relatively lucky. But that is one less requirement to go. So I've been smithing my heart out while I'm AFKing. You know, work, eating meals, all that sort of stuff is just a good way to build up our respect. I've been making Elder Rune Armored Boots +4. It takes about 300k worth of Elder Rune bars to make them, so I'm making about 150k for each pair, and I don't necessarily care about how long this takes because it's AFK. And as me being a broken record, the XP means nothing to me. So what do I still need to buy? I need to buy the ceremonial sword orders and then the 3 bonus outfits here. I've owned everything else. So when I buy the ceremonial sword orders, I'm going to complete the work on your artisan, which is the first requirement here. And then the actual trim requirement is work on your artisan too. And I just need to buy the 3 outfits, each with 100% respect. And with this final Elder Rune Armor Boot +5, we have 100% more respect, which means we can come over to Mr. Edgel over here and buy the Ethereum outfit. We will now own everything in the Artisan's Workshop except for the consumables, which we can, again, buy with more respect. But we'll go ahead and buy this Ethereum outfit. And we'll get the achievement for work on your artisan too to unlock all rewards from the Artisan's Workshop. But with this trim requirement done, I'm going to end the episode. This episode, we started debuting our Strange Rocks, our Gold Rocks, our player-owned farms, and our Ranch Out of Time reading log, as these are some of the longest time-locked requirements that we have left. Just started getting them out of the way. I don't think in the future I'm going to show too much of the Strange Rocks. Maybe if something cool happens or when I'm adding it for specific weeks, but I feel like it'll get a little dry doing it week on, week on. Next episode, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do next, but I think starting Slayer is probably a good idea. Yeah, if we read the Slayer Codex, I've done a total of 20 out of the 161 over the years since 120 Slayer came out, but I never really focused on getting them done. And with that in mind, that's going to be the end of the episode. If you enjoy the content I'm producing, consider subscribing. If you like the video and the trim series, drop a like. It really helps me determine what's working and what's not working. But past that, have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one.